Ranking every single Def Rebel song. This is going to be an interesting list, probably our longest list. We got a lot of Def Rebel songs here. Pretty much every notable song, you know, random people like B-Fab, No Hate, not on the list. Anyways, we got GOAT tier. This belongs to one song. We got the high tier, just a few songs, good, mid, or underrated. I'll clarify when I put them in the tier. Trash, and people who just got Def Rebeled. Start off this list, we got one of Def Rebel's newest songs, Dakota Kai. It's not terrible, I feel like. It's very mid. I'm gonna go with mid. It just depends on whether you like the style or not. It reminds me a lot of Bring Me the Horizon, some of their songs. I don't know if that's like who did it. I actually don't know who did it. I doubt it was them, but it kind of reminds me of some of their newer songs. They're experimental songs. Next, we got We Are Def Rebeled. They got absolutely Def Rebeled. The beginning of the song is going to be the telltale sign for if you got Def Rebeled or not, and not much to explain there. Next up, we got DIY's newer song. The thing is, I don't hate the song, and the newer one, they kind of took out the We Are, so we're going to put it in mid. Both of these are mid. Next up, we got Braun Breaker. This is going to go in the good tier for me. I actually really like the song. I think it's well. They redid Braun's song like 4 different times, and I liked all of them, and I think this one's my favorite. I like it. I just wish he had a little bit of pyro in his entrance when he does the break thing. That would make it so much better. Next up, we got another good category. It's going to be Jacob Fatu. This song just fits his character so well. The beginning, the sound throughout, it just sounds badass. This fits Jacob Fatu. Next, we got another Def Rebeled. We got Shinsuke's new song. Obviously, Shinsuke's song by itself was an all-time song, and it just kind of got remixed a little, and there was no need for that. Therefore, it got Def Rebeled, but it's not a bad song. It's not going in trash. But speaking of trash, our first trash on the list, the new Judgment Day. What are we thinking? Changing an all-time great from Alter Bridge. They did my boy Finn Balor dirty. I didn't even know who entered the Rumble when I was there. Next up, we got a high tier song, our first high tier of the video, Roman Reigns' newer song. This song, his song really didn't need much changing, but the new song is a banger. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of Def Rebel's better songs, and it hits every time for me. The old one just didn't need changing, but the new one's great. Next up, we have another trash. We have PFC. I don't even need to explain that, PFC. Now, if it was Shayna only, this might be GOAT tier, but trash. Next up, we got mid or underrated, a little bit of both, mainly just mid. Jade, it's just an aura farming song. The whole song is just straight aura farming for Jade. Next up, we got N-A-O-F tier, trash. Next, we have another absolute Def Rebeled, All Rise. Damian Priest's theme song, not a terrible theme song. Just so you know, if they got Def Rebeled, I could put them in trash, but I don't think they're trash. They just got Def Rebeled, and it's unfortunate. So they're going to go in this tier because his old song was fine. Next up, we got an underrated song. Underrated, that's going to be Nia Jax. I don't think that it's a bad song at all. I actually kind of like it. Speaking of Tiffany Stratton, we're basically going to put these people the exact same. Tiffy kind of got Def Rebel with the Tiffy time, but I think the song makes up for it. I like it. I think it fits her. It's really upbeat, fast paced. I actually like her song. Next up, we got another mid song, and this is just going to be Santos' song. I don't think it's that bad. That's why I think it's a mid. It's not trash. And speaking of mid, we're just going to go ahead and throw in a couple more mids. Motor City Machine Gun, which could very well be in the good category. I actually like that song. Andrade, Austin Theory, and those are going to be the mid. This just felt right to make 2 different tiers for this. I felt like I had to. It wasn't fair to put that many in one tier, so we got the underrated songs down here and the mid songs up here. This doesn't mean the mid songs are better than the underrated songs. I actually think I like these more than all of these. It's just its own tier, you know, just like these aren't worse than these. Next up, AJ Styles, definitely going in the Def Rebel song. One of the better songs of all time in WWE, changed to this Def Rebel crap, which actually isn't a trash song. It's actually not bad at all. I think I would put it in mid, but the beginning, he got Def Rebel. Next up, we got a good song. It's going to be LA Knight. Definitely matches LA Knight. Everything about it. Even though the beginning's a Def Rebel, it just fits perfect for his theme. This is a way you can do a catchphrase or a name well. Next in the good category, again, we got Jimmy Uso's song. A lot of people were clowning this song in the first like week or 2 weeks of it being out, calling it a Halloween ass song. Not a bad song at all. A lot of people like it more than Jay's song, and it's definitely not bad. That's why it's going there. Speaking of good, we got Rhea Ripley. Her song going right with all these. Great song. Definitely not bad at all. And it's one of my favorite bands that sings it, so I have to love it. Next up in the Def Rebel category, we got Sheamus. He got Def Rebeled. We all want our limes back. Give us the limes. Next up, Damian Priest. They took out the All Rise at the beginning, and that makes me want to put it in underrated because I never thought the song was bad. I actually think it's a good theme song. It fits him. Slow pace. It's just, that corny little bit. Next up in the underrated category, we got Carmelo Hayes. I actually really like his song. Definitely think it's underrated. Doesn't get enough praise. I think it fits him well, and I love it. Next in the high tier of songs, and I think this could go in the underrated as well, EO Sky. This song is a banger. I actually love this song so much. The beginning of it's one of the best intro parts to a theme song all time, in my opinion. I really like the pacing of it. Dude, how can you not like this song? How does this not get you hyped? EO, best women's wrestler in the world to me. Next up, we got Bailey and Damage Control's theme. Not a fan of them. Enough said. Underrated, Alpha Academy. And speaking of Chad Gable, oh wait, I meant American Made. My bad. You know what I meant. Alpha Academy, American Made. Definitely both underrated to me. I really like these theme songs. The You Suck goes perfect with both of them, so it was perfect either way for the Chad heel turn. Next up in the good, you might not have expected this. Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly. Banger song. I mean, perfect for the. How can, dude? Just, I don't even have to say much. Just put some respect on the name. Speaking of putting respect, Solo Sikoa. We make fun of it, but this is a good theme song. Next up, Grayson Waller. This is going to go in the mid to me. I really like it, but there's not really words to it. It just kind of, bounce. It's like bouncing around. It's a good vibe. I like the song. It's not bad. Ludwig Kaiser. This is going in the good. It's kind of like Gunther's, but a little remixed. I definitely enjoy it. I think it fits in perfectly. And I think it's good. I think it's good. But speaking of Gunther, Gunther's going in the high tier. What a theme song. What a way to portray him. It's perfect for his character. Def Rebel is cooking with these. Next, we got Logan Paul. It's just very mid. It's not trash, but it's mid. Just kind of like, it just kind of goes. It's not special. It's the, hey, yo. And then it's just kind of a beat, It is what it is. Next up, Pat McAfee, Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, all going in the mid. We're going to go ahead and finish the mid tier. Just some mid songs. They're not trash. They're not bad. They're not super good either. But I have played Pat's song, and these two, they kind of just are what they are, They fit their character. Next up, we got the Watch Me. That's actually going to be our last mid-theme song. I'm not against it. I think it's good. I don't think it belongs with these songs. That's why it's not up here, but it's definitely not trash. Underrated, Finn Balor. The first time I really recognized his theme song was when I was at SummerSlam 2023, and I just loved it. I don't know why, but the beat stuck with me ever since. It sounded so cool with the speakers. Dominic Mysterio, trash. Never been a fan of that song. Probably never will be. New Catch Republic, I don't know how they ended up on this list, but that's going in trash. Pete Dunne song, trash. We're just cleaning out the trash right now. Trash. Now we got 3 songs left. These ones, probably been waiting for. Seth freaking Rollins, that's going in the high tier. One of Def Rebel's best songs, in my opinion, top 2, and that's going in the high tier. Now there's definitely one guy from this list you've been expecting. Jey Uso. Going in the high tier, right behind Seth Rollins. I think it's the 6th best Def Rebel theme song. It's just perfect for Jay. It definitely helps his character a lot, helps him get over. Crowd loves it, everything. It's very simple, and that's perfect for him. And it's fun. It's just fun. But the one you've been waiting for, the GOAT tier. I mean, who else could it be? Roman Reigns. 100% best Def Rebel theme song. I don't know that there's really a debate. This is the best Def Rebel theme song, and if you wanted to debate me, I'd show you a wall. I think it's simple, it's clear-cut, it's the best. Acknowledge it. And for those of you wondering where Cody is, that's not a Def Rebel song. Just like Judgment Day theme song not on this list, John Cena, etc.